Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcast on the Rocks, episode 195, where a podcast talks about pop culture things that interest us. And sometimes there's whiskey. My name is John, and I'm joined as always by Andrea. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Yeah, it's almost Christmas. It's really sneaking up on me here.
Right? I know. There's only what, 4 more sleeps till Christmas?
Something like that. Yeah.
As the Muppets
it
Christmas Carol rings in my head.
sure. No, it it I don't know. It comes faster every year, so I'm just
Mhm.
getting my head early that it's going to be over. It's going to be over before you know it. So
Yeah,
trying to soak
no.
up all the moments, especially as the kids appreciate it more and whatever. And I know we haven't gotten all the things done we'd want to do with them, but we'll
Sure.
hope for next year.
Yep,
So
yep. Well,
yeah.
and they don't remember the things that you don't do. You remember like, "Oh, we meant to do," but they don't
Yes.
remember that. They remember the things you did, so, you
Yep.
know,
That's true.
there's my
Good point.
one bit of wisdom. I've used it all up.
Yeah.
I have nothing left.
Okay. Well, I don't have any to offer you either, but we're going to be talking about cool things nonetheless. I don't know if
Yes.
there's any wisdom to gain from it, but Alien Romulus, that's
Mhm.
doesn't ring Christmas necessarily, but we're we're continuing through our alien
Yes.
chronological research, and that's what's up next. So, other than Alien Earth, we have kind of skipped over that to just we'll get
Yes.
there when we can. So,
Yes.
um, but yeah, we'll have to. i- I'll check in to see how far you are on Alien Earth. There's the timeline stuff with this universe and like things making sense
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything be a little tricky,
I don't
it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like everything feels so random and separate that it's really easy for me to, like, divide in my mind. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
Like
Like the
like
connective tissue doesn't
Prometheus,
matter that much to you?
it doesn't. I mean, it does and it doesn't, in the sense of, like, like, watching Prometheus and things like that was like, why didn't this just tie in? Like, why didn't they just,
Yep.
do you know what I mean? Like, admit it, and that was a really frustrating thing about those 2 movies. But in another sense, like, knowing that there's, like, other stuff that I haven't watched out there, um, like Alien versus Predator, do you know what I mean? Like, and, like, that
Well, yes.
report,
Yeah,
do you know
right.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, there's just sort of like a randomness that they don't really ever really line up, that somehow it's kind of okay to separate things in my mind in this way.
Okay.
Um, Whereas, with things like, I get very upset at, like, DC for all of their chaoticness, because they, they're very clearly trying to set up a timeline, and then they'll just, like, blow it up themselves, and they have, like, 16 different people playing the same character, which is not the case in the Alien universe. So it just kind of, I don't know. It just kind of feels okay to just be totally different things at this point.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So, yeah, we'll get into Alien Romulus, and but before that, want to talk about. I sort of threw this at you before the show,
Yeah.
so I have a lot of time to talk about it or to think about it. But just gonna see what your top three not Christmas movies are. So, so
Yeah.
just the idea. Of course, people have their favorite Christmas movies that are
Yes.
that would be the genre or the subgenre. It is a holiday film. And then there's
Yes.
movies that either are for some reason a holiday rewatch thing for you personally,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
you know, our Christmas is definitely involved. But people
Yes.
debate whether it's a Christmas movie or not.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah,
so
I
we'll,
feel like people play, like, fast and loose with the definition of, like, Christmas movie if a movie includes Christmas. Do you
yes,
know what I mean? Like, if there is a celebration of Christmas, or it's, like, the winter time in which somebody is preparing for Christmas or something, it's always like a, "Is
yeah,
this really a Christmas movie or not?"
yep. So we'll go through those. Feel free to throw in the chat your favorites. We'll
Mhm.
go over what else we've been watching or doing this last couple weeks, but let's kick it all off with what we should be drinking.
Yes, yes. So I am now fully in the looking ahead portion of
Nice.
celebrations. Plus, like, it feels appropriate in these last weeks of December to already just be looking ahead to the new year, right?
Right.
It's just,
Yeah.
we're wrapping it all up. Let's get her done and spring into 2026. So,
Hmm.
but if you need help bridging the gap into 2026, you can celebrate today. There's still time. It's okay. You can celebrate 2 holidays, Sangria Day and Coquito Day, which is, I believe, like a Peruvian variation on eggnog.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Mm.
like an eggnog, it's like their own base of an eggnog drink, and then it's got rum in it, is from what I remember from briefly looking it up, because I have to do that every year. I know this
Is
comes
that
around every
this?
year.
I know. Is this the second like Peruvian holiday? They really sneak it
Right?
in here. They're making sure that
Right,
they
they
have. I feel
really
like there's
do.
another wine that's from the
Right? There's like a very
Peru
specific.
region.
Yes, yes. Oh, no, it's Puerto Rican, excuse me.
Oh,
See,
okay, okay,
good
okay.
thing
So
you
Puerto
asked.
Ricans got it. Yeah.
Puerto Rican, yes. and it's a coconut rum
I know.
cocktail. So the rest of it, I was on point with. But yes,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
Puerto
similar to
Rican.
eggnog. Okay.
Yep,
All right.
and you
Very
dump some
nice.
rum in it. But
Perfect.
if you have a hankering for just eggnog, you can celebrate that on December 24th, Christmas Eve. You can pour your beverage of choice into eggnog. So I have a funny story to tell about this because obviously I received a very special surprise from you, John, a couple of weeks ago when someone showed up at my door and Chris and I were like peeping on our doorbell cam and we were like, "Who's this chick who's just dropping off a grocery bag at our house?" Like, and then we were like 2 seconds away from like trying to find out from Uber Eats or DoorDash, like, did they deliver to the wrong house and somebody is looking for their chocolate bar and eggnog? And then I was like, back of my mind, this eggnog bottle looks very familiar. Lo and behold, I checked my photos and you sent me one of the same eggnog. And I was like, yeah, I got
Mhm,
this.
mhm.
So yeah, so we tried tasty eggnog from Forest Lake, Minnesota, and it was quite good. I will
Okay.
admit it was very good.
Nice.
I put some bourbon in it. I tried
Perfect.
it
Yeah.
plain and then I put bourbon in it. And it
Okay.
was very delicious. And so then 2 days ago, my mom calls me up and she goes, "Do you like eggnog?" And I was like, I don't
Mhm.
in general, but tell me why you wanted to know this. And she's like, "Well, your grandmother has requested eggnog be at our Christmas family celebration. And I want to know if you would drink some because maybe somebody else said that they would drink some." And I was like, "Okay,
Mm.
here's the deal, Ma. I will not if you buy the, like, cardboard carton from Target of eggnog, I
Mhm.
will not do it. But if you buy this very specific brand that you can find at Kowalski's Market,
Yeah.
then and you provide some bourbon, then yes, indeed, I will raise a glass with my grandmother and, we'll partake in some eggnog." So
Like, well, Andrea's so snobby about this whole thing. Like,
I know. I know. I was so particular. I was like, "You have to do this
mhm.
and then go to Kowalski's Market. You'll find this bottle. You pick it up." It was like a whole mission that I sent her on. But yeah, I
I
was
had to
like,
imagine she's pretty surprised,
she
not
was. She was
expecting
like,
this
"This is
response.
right." She was like, "This is very specific." And I was like, "Okay, let me tell you a story about John and Ashley and some, surprise deliveries." But yes, so we are, I believe, having eggnog at my family's celebration of Christmas for the first time ever. And I will send you a picture if it indeed is the tasty eggnog.
Very nice. Yeah, I want them trying to like, "Oh, we couldn't find the other stuff, or we didn't have
I
time to get
know,
there."
right?
This is basically the same, sure, and
Sure, totally. It's totally the same. No, I'll have them like
mhm.
record a message for you if they try to weasel out of it. John, we're
Okay.
sorry. But
Very nice.
yeah, so it'll actually be
Okay,
it'll actually be on National Eggnog Day because we get together on
cool.
Christmas Eve. So
Very
there you
good.
go. I shall be celebrating in the future. And then yes, looking forward, jumping ahead a whole week to the last day of 2025. If you want to raise your glass to the end of the year, you can do it with a glass of champagne on National Champagne Day, which makes
Very
perfect sense.
nice. Excellent. Well, are you celebrating any of these things tonight? Or
I am not. No, no. I didn't. My kids have been fruit hounds and they ate all my fruit, so I couldn't make sangria.
mm, okay.
We drank the eggnog, so that is no longer in our home.
Mhm.
And I probably wasn't gonna make, like, my own eggnog. That feels a little dicey for me. I'm just warming up to the concept of eggnog in
Mhm.
general.
Yep.
And, yeah, it just didn't feel like a champagne night. So, I am celebrating none of these holidays. I am, however, having a very appropriate end of the year drink in a hot toddy. So,
Okay. Excellent. All right. That
cheers
works.
to
That makes
that.
sense. Yeah. Cheers. I'm also not celebrating any of these things. Um,
They are
if
very
I had,
specific things. Like, they're
yeah,
not
if I had
general.
eggnog yet.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, well, yes, yes. Sangria, champagne. I'd love to do champagne, but I'm just not opening a bottle myself
For
tonight,
right, just for this, yeah.
Yes. So,
If we could
um
virtually send it to each other, that would be really great.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Ooh,
half and half split.
right.
So,
Look at your
I do
fanciness.
have a very holiday-esque drink, though.
Yes, is it
Um,
like some form of peppermint espresso martini or what? That's what it looks
no,
like
so
anyway.
I just so I have no idea how it's gonna be. I didn't look up a recipe. I'm sure it's gonna be good and sweet and whatever. It basically is it's, um, cream, like a bourbon cream
Okay.
from, I'm blanking on the name of the, uh we tried some in Kentucky and absolutely loved it. So we had to get some Buffalo. Okay, so Buffalo Trace,
Okay.
um, bourbon cream, and then to take it down a class, I have like churro, uh, like a churro liqueur, like churro
Oh,
Baileys.
okay.
So,
I love
but I
it.
got like cinnamon and stuff there, and then I
Mhm.
have um, bourbon, and then I have some
Nice.
spices put in there, a little bit of like powdered ginger, a little bit of clove, and then I garnished on top with fresh nutmeg. So,
Nice. Cheers to your
cheers.
fancy self. Me and my plain white mug.
Oh yeah, it's good. No
Delicious.
complaints. What I was looking for, umptious, just a little kick from the
John,
bourbon.
John, John. You just keep
Hmm.
moving it back and forth across the camera, just like,
It just,
like
just like
you're just
testing. Let's just,
just seriously terrifying me. Just at random moments.
let's just,
Ah.
yeah, let's just keep hovering it over my keyboard, shall we? Just make circular motions, figure eight.
Oh my god. No, my mom
Hmm.
heart can't take it. Good god.
Yeah, I
Ugh.
had trouble carrying up the stairs. So, but
Uh,
all right,
well,
well,
you've done
good. I
well.
mean,
You've done well.
these things feel wintry and holiday-ish, so
Right? Right?
perfect.
Yes. Well,
Mhm.
and especially for, hunkering down and maybe watching a Christmas movie that's not a Christmas movie.
Right. Hmm. Okay.
Who can
Well,
say?
so yeah, we can talk about that now. Well, like, have you won? Okay. Well, this first is just hear your list, top three.
Okay, I mean, I feel like 2 of them are gonna be super obvious, right? Like, Die Hard
Probably.
has to be there.
Okay.
Like, it has
Yeah.
to be there. It's Die Hard.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Die Hard's almost
Okay.
just like
Yeah.
a thing you have to do now during Christmas
Mm.
time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's become so ubiquitous as a Christmas movie that's not a Christmas movie. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh, for
it
sure.
almost it almost is a Christmas movie because so many people
Yes.
watch it
I think it's
for the
moved to the category of it is.
Although
Be-
I did hear Bruce Willis say that it's not a Christmas movie,
I know.
and then
I
he
know.
followed it up with, "It's a Bruce Willis movie," so, like, he made a joke about it. But,
Sure.
I don't
Yep.
know, I'm if Bruce Willis says so, it's not a Christmas movie.
My definition of Christmas movie is pretty weak, pretty mild.
It's
Like
pretty weak.
it's not a high bar to meet, is what I mean.
Sure.
It's and is it because if you were creating, I don't know, if I was creating a category on a streaming service or something that was like holiday movies, I would
Mhm.
put in under like, holiday movies, comedy, action, family,
Sure,
cartoon. I would do that
sure.
kind of thing, and then
Like,
this would
Die
be
Hard
in
would
the
be there.
action part of it. Yeah, I
Sure.
would do that because you're not always looking for if you're going to the holiday section, to me, you're looking for something you want to watch during the holidays. You don't
Yeah,
always want to watch the thing that's about Santa Claus or whatever,
for
like,
sure,
but you can be
unless you're
in
a
holiday
child.
spirit. Yeah, right. So I don't know.
I
I
mean,
would include a
yes,
lot.
I feel like Die Hard migrated into being a Christmas movie. It
Yeah,
became like a thing that's now moved
I
into a
agree.
Christmas movie, but it's only because people, made fun of that and said, like, "Oh, Die Hard, you have to watch Die Hard at Christmas." Do you know what I mean? Like, it somehow culturally migrated there through
Yeah.
some, I don't know, collective agreement, and not in the fact of, like, it became more of a Christmas movie.
See, people make fun of that, but from experience and others you talk to that a lot of people have all kinds of different movies that they watch for the
True,
holidays for one reason or another. That's
true,
says Christmas to them. So
true.
Die Hard's not any different, and I don't know.
I know, it's such, like, a weird, I don't know, collective phenomena though,
Yeah.
that it's somehow embedded itself as a Christmas movie when it just couldn't, like, be any further. I mean, it could be a little further, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just that it takes place at a party on, or, like, there's a party on Christmas Eve, do you know what I mean? For that
Yeah.
sake,
But
Jumanji could be a Christmas movie because there's a Christmas Eve party where at the end where they dress up as Santa Claus and they're like, "Oh, we should go skiing," and they're like, "Don't do it."
but
You know what I
this
mean?
whole movie takes place over Christmas Eve. The movie starts with like a
I mean,
Christmas song. There's
I know.
Christmas decor because it's and then it also has like a nice family. It's about him, reuniting with his wife, so it's like a coming home for Christmas kind of thing.
Ah, that's some stretchy logic. I
I don't
love
know.
it.
I just feel like it's a positive, it's a
Uh,
positive sort of message.
it's a
And
positive
and
message.
Hans Gruber is like the Grinch. He's ruining everyone's Christmas. He's stealing everyone's stuff.
I have something hilarious. So I have watched some, like, horror Christmas movies in my day, some, like, real Hallmark cheese,
Yeah.
or just, like, some Lifetime, like, terrible, awful movies that you're just like, "Jesus, why did you put this together?" But I watched a movie this Christmas on Netflix. It is called Champagne Problems, and the main story is awful. It's so forgettable and bland. But it's like this woman in America goes over to France to, like, buy a champagne company to add to her, like, corporate company portfolio or whatever, and she and the owner owner's son, like, fall in love, and it's like, conflict, romantic comedy, blah. Um, they are boring, but the side cast is amazing. Specifically, Flula Borg plays a German man who also wants to buy this champagne company, and he spends, like, a bunch of the movie just, like, not getting along with the others, but, like, he spends part of it being like, he's like, "Die Hard in our country is a tragedy. Hans Gruber is so misunderstood. He was only, like, trying to take the money to give and maybe bring it to the poor people and buy the children toys." And everybody's like, "What?" He's like, "You don't know. You don't know what he could have been doing with that money." Like, he was trying to spread
Mhm.
the Christmas tree, and it's so dumb and funny. It's so perfect. Like, Flula Borg plays it flawlessly. He is the best part of this movie, along with, like, this other, like, colorful bunch of side characters who are all trying to buy, this, like, champagne company and are way more interesting than the main characters. But anyway,
Huh.
I just had to say that because that cracked me up. His whole speech, he was so earnest about Hans Gruber and how he's a hero in Germany.
I don't
Oh
know if
my god. I was
the Germans need to be defending other German
it
villains. I don't know. I just like,
I know, but also, like, I don't know how he pulled it off, but he really did. He
that's
really
funny.
did, 'cause it was very funny. So,
Like, I need to watch this
anyway.
movie with fresh eyes. Let's see.
Yes, yes,
Maybe.
yes. You don't know what he was gonna do with the money, so,
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, anyway, that's, like, my very side rant about Die Hard because that was funny. In a sea of, like, kind of boring, predictable Christmas movies, that moment was top notch.
Nice. Very good. Okay, well, um, what Die Hard on your list or
Yes.
the other 2?
Nightmare Before Christmas. It is a Halloween
Mm,
movie. It is a Halloween movie, but I love it at Christmas.
It is a Christmas movie,
It is
not a
not a
Halloween
Christmas
movie.
movie. No, they
Yep.
decide at the end, and Jack Skellington is like, Halloween is the best, and I do what I'm best at. Halloween rocks. I can't be Santa.
Yes, that's true. But it's the nightmare before what?
I know, I know,
Before
I know. It's
Christmas.
for
It's
Christmas.
it's during Christmas. It's about discovery of Christmas. It's about learning about Christmas
And then rejecting
and the tradition.
Christmas.
Well, just being like, oh, maybe we're not meant, to let Christmas be. Christmas is
Yes.
operating
Let it
as
be
is.
over there. Let it be over there. We shall celebrate Halloween.
I I perfectly understand someone watching that movie at either Christmas or Halloween. But
I watch it both.
if I'm watching that movie during Halloween, I'm thinking then of Christmas. It's like hastening
Oh.
the oncoming of Christmas. It's already the
Oh,
thing where you're watching
funny.
them fill the shelves with Christmas things when it's
Sure.
Halloween season yet.
Sure, sure.
So,
Yeah, I guess I've never gotten that vibe of, like, the anxiety of rushing to Christmas, but I could see how it would kind of plant that in the back of your mind, like, "Oh, crap." Like,
like to me, part
it's
of
coming. It's here.
what defines a Christmas movie is if I wouldn't want to watch it any other time of year other than Christmas.
Mm.
Because I don't want to be in the Christmas spirit and thinking of Christmas when it's not Christmas time.
But if it's like a I mean, if it's a Christmas movie that's not a Christmas movie, then it shouldn't really, like, make you think about Christmas too much. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's like the
Well,
last movie on my list, number 1, Lord of the Rings. I could watch that
okay.
any time of year and not, like, but
Right.
it's like, I like
Right.
watching it around Christmas time because of when it came out. I also saw a meme recently that was like, "Great Christmas movies should have an elderly white bearded man, elves with elves with gifts, snow, evergreen trees, singing with friends, and selfless love." And that's why Lord of the Rings is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. And I was like,
Okay.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is."
Uh, Interesting. Yeah. Hmm.
So,
Yeah. See, Lord of the Rings doesn't remind me of Christmas at all because there's nothing Christmas in it. So then it's all
except for the
right, even
snow
though,
and elves with gifts
right. But in,
and a white bearded man.
no, okay, there can be many white bearded men, and they don't remind me of Santa.
So
And
true, so
elves come
true.
in a variety of shapes and sizes and backgrounds,
True,
and
true.
you
Good and
know,
bad.
yep. And then snow. I mean, that can just be awful. It doesn't have to be anything jolly or great or exciting. So,
True.
mhm.
I feel like Lord of the Rings would feel even more Christmassy if that had Tom Bombadil, because he is such, like, a
Sure.
Santa figure. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, he is just yeah, he is what I think of in my mind when I sort of, like, picture a jolly Santa, except, like, one who's
Yeah.
super buff also.
Well, he's gonna get to experience that in Rings of Power, I think. So,
I've
um,
heard that, yeah, except I
yeah,
won't experience it because I won't watch it.
yeah. Mhm.
But I will
Well,
probably peep to see what Tom Bombadil looks like. I am
okay,
curious.
okay. Well, that's a good list. I did something similar. So I
Okay,
included Die Hard at number 2. Uh, yep.
you gotta,
And then
you
and then
gotta.
I had a movie that is like to me Lord of the Rings, not a Christmas movie at all,
Harry
but
Potter,
is a Christmas movie for me. No,
Harry
that's a
Potter.
really good one, but I'll tell
Okay.
you why Harry Potter's not on the list in a minute.
Hmm,
So, For
okay.
Your Eyes Only. For Your Eyes Only is typically the
Solid.
Bond movie that I gravitate towards during the
Yeah,
holidays.
I
I
get
do
that.
other ones. The clear one is On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's what everybody does.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You
yep,
know, um, but then there's um, uh, The World's Not Enough. Has Dr. Christmas Jones in it, but there's
yep.
nothing else about that
Plus
movie that feels Christmassy enough. There's a ski
well,
scene. But
I was gonna say the opening ski scene is pretty, like, I mean, you could fudge it a little bit, you know what I mean?
uh, opening ski scene? No, opening is the
Isn't it?
boat. The ski scene is later in the with Electra.
Ah, you're right. My bad.
But yeah, so For Your Eyes Only, because they spend their time there at the ski resort and there's ice skating and they just spend a good deal of time there. And then like there's a little bit of sort of romanciness and feels very Christmassy where they're getting a little sleigh ride, getting pulled by the horse and they're having their
Oh,
argument,
sure,
but then they come out with an agreement. So
sure,
that's just a large enough section of the movie that
sure.
it feels holiday-y
I
to
was gonna
me, and I
say,
just want to return
'cause yeah,
to.
if you're going by, like, staying in a lodge, like, you'd have to do Die Another Day because they stay in a literal ice palace.
Yeah, Die Another Day could totally be one as well. It just, for whatever reason, historically, I haven't associated that way with that.
Is it because
It
it's a
doesn't
bad
have
movie?
the. I don't. When was the last time you watched Die Another Day?
It's been a while, admittedly. Um,
Time
like
for a
5, 6
rewatch.
years? 5, 6 years, maybe
Okay,
longer? I mean, somewhere around that
because I think
vicinity.
it's way less bad than people have been kind of worked their way towards. There are
Yeah.
moments because
It's
there's also stuff in
it's
there that like at the time seemed way out there, but now
yeah,
the technology is a lot closer.
sure,
And so it
sure.
doesn't feel as weird.
As far-fetched. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I'll give it a rewatch. I haven't in a while, as I said. It's definitely I don't think it's ever going to change in my ranking as, like, the worst of Pierce Brosnan's Bond, but it could
Right.
be less bad than it is. So I will try to go in with an open mind.
I, I've come to now that I don't think Pierce Brosnan has a bad Bond movie. That's where I'm at.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
bold. Alright. I don't know if I'm gonna get there, but we'll see if I
Mhm.
think it's less bad.
Okay. All right. Well, we can talk about that anytime.
And it's
I did a
Christmas
rewatch.
time,
I'm not sure
so
when,
it's a
but
perfect time to rewatch it, apparently.
yeah. Yeah. And then my number one is Batman Returns.
Solid. Yeah, that's a good
Mhm.
one. Mhm.
So
Yes,
it's
that's a good one.
I usually go back and forth each year. Like, do I watch Batman Returns or Batman and Robin for Christmas? Like, I gotta kind of rotate them. Very different, but both work.
Mhm.
So, but
Yes, true.
it, the reason I didn't pick Harry Potter is because
Mhm.
which one do you pick?
I don't know, like, the first one, that's, like, a pretty solid Christmas scene in there. Lots of snowy owl shots and big Christmas tree
Yeah,
decorations in the Great Hall. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
maybe,
I felt
right?
like and I feel like the first 2 still have that sort of, like, golden glow, that
Yep,
Christopher Columbus really went for,
yep,
that everything was, like, soft and fuzzy, which you sort of, I feel like, associate with holiday times, you know?
yep.
Like, lots of, like, candlelit and, like, yellow, gold tones, deep colors. Like, the later movies are so much more, like, gray tone.
Colder.
That I
Hmm.
Yeah, right? I mean, it makes sense in the evolution, it makes sense to get
Yeah,
darker and grittier that way, but, yeah, I would probably say the first one would be, plus they're all,
but
like,
four,
kids, they're more innocent.
four has the ball.
It does, that's true, that's true. It doesn't feel as I don't
I mean,
know.
it ends on a downer,
Well,
so
it
it's not
really
like
ends
an
on a downer,
uplifting.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
But, no, I mean, the Yule Ball is kind of a big thing. So, yeah, I mean, I think you can make a case for either one of those as the strongest, kind of Christmas Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. If I was gonna move into top 5, we start talking about Harry Potter, but
For sure,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay, well, very good. Solid choices. Everybody let us know what your picks are and how you come down on the holiday debate. Is there
Mhm.
anything else that you've been watching a lot of, these last couple weeks? You mentioned you're one Champagne Problems movie.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like a fun, like, backgroundy thing while I was doing some number crunching at work. But other than that, I really haven't had time for lots of you know, shows other than watching some things with the kids, watching a couple of Christmas movies that of course, we've all seen before. They've been watching some Pokemon. So I've been
Mm.
watching that with them. Chris and I have been watching tons of football because we're in the thick of playoff season for both fantasy leagues and for actual teams that we care about. So I feel like that's just been
That's why
dominating
you
our
didn't want
time.
champagne tonight. The result of your game.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. It hurt real bad. I'm not gonna lie. The Packers played 3.5 quarters of really great football, and then we're just like, "Oh, did you wanna win, Chicago Bears? Like, here, just take it, just have it." Yeah,
Well,
no
speaking of
joy in this
something,
household.
speaking of something you mentioned recently, this is something that we could go over in depth more at some point if we wanted. But did I ever
Sure.
send you the list of the highest grossing media franchises?
No, I don't think so.
So it's like including all things, games and merchandise and
Mm,
movies and all this sort of thing. Can you guess what number one is by a
number
mile, a long shot? The highest grossing media franchise in the world by a long ways.
no, I have no clue. Is it Bond?
Pokemon.
Pokemon! Oh my god, that's hilarious. You know what? That doesn't
Mhm.
surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. No.
Yeah. I'll give you the top five,
Okay,
and then
lay
so
it
we
on
can
me.
go over some of the Pokemon, Hello Kitty, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse and Friends, Star Wars.
I love that it's all like cartoons and cute little animals, and then Star Wars is like, "What up? Hey,
Hmm.
just here too."
Yep.
That's funny.
So for
I
whatever
Yeah,
reason, they have a
if you
list
would
of
have
the.
given me a top 5, I could have put Star Wars in there, but I couldn't have done the rest of it.
There's a lot of surprises in here. You know,
Yeah.
like Jump comics, like Shonen Jump is above Harry Potter. It's above Wizarding World stuff.
No way.
Yep. I mean, there's a Japanese cartoon, Anapan Man. That's that's above Disney princesses and Marvel.
Shut up. What?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of Japanese franchises on here. Like One Piece is definitely above James Bond. Fist of the North
Wow.
Star is above James Bond and Lord of the
Wow.
Rings. Hmm.
Wow. This is genuinely shocking. Like, Pokemon and Hello Kitty, I mean, you could have told me anytime and I've been like, "Oh yeah, for sure."
Sure.
But no, this is absolutely baffling.
It's I mean, it puts things in perspective a little bit. It's like,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
so I don't know. It's interesting. I should share it out on social media or whatever on the things, but for whatever reason, it's the top 26, and I thought it surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see the rest of that list because yeah, that is surprising information to me.
Hmm. Okay, well, I'm sorry you didn't get to too many other things this week, but it is, yeah, obviously that super busy time. Um,
Mhm.
I've done stuff with my kids as well. I watched the first episode of
No,
Bat Fam, which so
that
there's
sounds cute.
as I've talked about, there is a Batman cartoon Christmas movie. It's on Amazon Prime.
Right.
All of Warner Brothers stuff is supposed to go on HBO Max, but for whatever reason, they said no to this. They optioned it out somewhere else. Amazon took it, and so this is Batman animated Christmas movie. It's
Okay.
called Merry Little Batman. Well, in clearly the same creative team or whatever, the same studio, it's the same universe and all that, did a series now, a show, not
Mhm.
Christmas, but still Batman.
Mhm.
And it's called Bat Fam. It's like,
Okay.
I don't know, 12 episodes or something. And we just watched the first episode. It's really designed, it's like says 7 plus or something. But I guess I'm an irresponsible parent. I watched it with my kids, and they both liked it. They both were glued to it. So watched
Sure.
Batman number one. It seemed fun enough, you know. Um,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. We are almost done with The Magician's Nephew, the first Narnia book, getting there. So
Cute. Love
continue
that.
that. Continue reading the Goldfinger novel. It's took me a little while to like keep going into it because it's
Mhm.
again now getting into
Yeah.
more familiar territory. But I am starting to like enjoying the differences. So
Yeah.
I'm getting close to done with that. Um, Continued some Star Wars Visions. I decided to just skip some of the episodes that just look dumb, and I'm just going to the ones that look cool.
Well,
And
if they don't connect, then whatever, who cares? You can
yeah,
always go back and
there's
rewatch
ones that
them. It's not like you're
yeah,
miss anything storyline-wise.
right. Yes. And I wanted to watch the one for sure that it was like sequel to the one in season one, and that
Mhm.
they're going to do a full season of. So I wanted to see what the potential was there.
Sure.
That was good. So um, yeah, and then I kind of sort of finally forced Ashley to watch episode one of Andor,
Oh,
and but
nice.
it's like it was like late and she was tired and everything. So she's like, okay, it was good. I did fall asleep, not because it wasn't good, but she missed a bunch of it. So I
Okay.
think I've really desperately been wanting to rewatch Andor. And I'm just like,
Yes.
please, maybe she'll decide we'll watch it and we'll watch it together then. But if it's not going to happen, I guess I'll just watch it myself again. I just feel like if I watch it again, all of a sudden, you know, the light will open from the heavens and shine on Ashley, and she'll decide she wants to watch Andor. It's like I just rewatched it. You know, we could have.
Could have done this
So
together.
yeah, I don't know, but anyways, that's what I've been up to, other than some
Sure.
anime stuff. We'll get to next week. So
Yeah,
yeah.
same. I have had some time to do that. And Chris and I are planning, like, we both have the day off tomorrow, so we are going to kind of like drop the kids at daycare and have just a day of relaxing and watching a bunch of things. So
Okay.
I will have more next time. We're doing this one day early, but yeah, we plan on watching a bunch of shows and movies and things together. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll be interested to know what you select. You know, don't be
Yeah, I
drowned. Do
mean,
you have like you know in your head, or are you going to be drowned and suffocating in the choices?
in the choices. I mean, we're definitely gonna move forward with Stranger Things, because we did
Mm,
watch the first episode of season 5 and then haven't been able to get back to it, and new episodes already dropped Christmas Day.
okay.
Because I think I mentioned before they're dropping this last season in, like, 3 parts, I believe. Um, or at least it's more than 2, I believe it's 3. But yeah, so, like, another set of episodes drops on, Christmas Day, so we wanna, like, get closer to that at least.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, and then we are
I'm
actually planning on going and rewatching, or, like, not rewatching, moving forward with Andor. So,
Oh, all right. Yeah.
yep, it's been a while. We only got, like, halfway through
Mhm.
season 1, so we gotta, like, move that ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Um, it, I'm trying to convince Ashley to watch Free Ren now
Oh,
because
nice.
she ended
She
her
didn't watch
one
it?
anime. No, she. It was like we were watching it. Started it shortly after having the kids or
Mhm.
whatever, and like the show starts out heavy, and she
It
just
does.
wasn't in the mind
It's
space for it.
slow. It's
Yeah.
slow. It really the pace really, I mean, it's not, I don't know. It's hard. It's just hard to jump into. It just doesn't feel, I don't know
Once you
what it
connect
is.
to me, you connect with the vibe of it and you start to feel the characters a bit more, then
Mm.
it's exactly what I want. But it is a
Yeah,
show that
I
I think it's not
I
that it takes
agree.
time because, "Oh, this is annoying," or "This setup is something." It's just
Right.
it doesn't rush. It never
No.
does.
No, it's hard for me to say, like, it doesn't exactly drag as a story because it moves forward, but it just I don't know, there's something really slow about it that it is hard to get into. It doesn't, like, sweep you along in the storyline. You really have to be committed to watching it, but it pays
I wonder
off.
I wonder if this should have like a movie cut of the first
Mm,
some bit of it, you know? Like
sure, it's like
I'd have to rewatch it to know where a
Right. No, I was just thinking it's like that recap of Solo Leveling that they do like halfway through season 1 where you don't have to watch
yeah.
like the first half of season 1 and then you just like move on in the end and then go to season
Mhm.
2. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
But
almost like
yeah,
that
but
where
you
like it's not even the whole of season 1 that you need to recap. It's just like a bunch of episodes and then you can go forward with that last half of season 1.
I just think, like, if you took out the beginnings, the openings and endings and stuff like that, and, you know, I don't know if there's anything you could chop, but just, like, the first, you know, 5 episodes, like,
Mhm.
find where there's an exciting
Yeah.
conclusion or something, and so
Right.
you have to sit down and watch this thing, that's the complete that, and then you continue on with the series. So not a
Yeah.
recap, just like, here's the first chunk you have to watch that's like a
Right.
2 hour and 15-minute movie,
Or
you
I
know?
mean, I think you could cut some things out of it because there are some sort of like rando journeys that don't
Mm,
necessarily add to the story. They add to the richness of the character development. But I mean, you could speed through some things and like some things in Fern's training, you could sort of be like, yeah,
mm,
do we need it? But yeah, like I said, it pays off getting through those and, like, connecting with the characters, but it's a slow start. It's a
mhm,
difficult one to get excited about in the beginning. Like, you don't sit down
yep,
and you're like, "Ooh, free Rin," but then later on you do.
yep, yep, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
So, we'll see how it
swerving into
goes.
anime territory.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of swerving, I have 2, show and tell things I'm gonna do.
Ooh,
First
is one of
one,
them a car?
uh yep.
I guessed it.
Mhm. So,
Look
this is a
at you,
Batman, the
bad boy.
TV
Yes.
series, but recolored, obviously, and stuff,
Yes,
so
I love it. Oh,
mhm.
it's all, like, icy, like, Christmas time
Yeah,
too.
right.
Very
So,
nice.
I now have let's see, I now have 2 from the Batman TV series,
That's right, you do.
live action TV series. I have a red one too. So I need to get a box, the wall mountable box, you know, that
You
I can put
do.
somewhere.
You
Because
do.
all the desk space right now, it looked cool to begin with. Now it's getting to be too much. So
You just got, like, a little army in there.
yeah. Yep. The second show and tell is just my steelbook of
Oh,
Alien Romulus.
yes. Very cool.
So it's some Wayland Utani on the back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
there's nothing cool inside, no booklet or anything like that, you know, but
Sure. Just a good cover,
I
good
got that.
poster,
Yep.
poster shot.
hmm Yep. So I got to get what I can. I'm hoping they come out with maybe it's too late for this already, but I thought there'd be a making of book for
Mm,
Romulus. I would buy that
mm.
immediately because there's definitely some other
Sure,
ones, and I haven't seen one, so we'll see. But
sure.
anyways, Alien Romulus. Let's
Yeah,
let's get into that.
let's do it.
I forgot now. Is this the first time you saw it, or is this a rewatch?
Yes,
This is the first time. Okay.
yes.
All right. I'm excited. You gotta just hit me with it. Alien fan that you are,
Yeah.
OG Alien. You know, we've talked now about Prometheus and Covenant.
Mhm,
You're in the middle of Alien Earth.
mhm.
What do you think of? I mean, this kind of, to me, surprise movie that came out of nowhere, fits its
Yeah.
way into the timeline, which I'm going to pull up for reference so I don't mess it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, tell me, what do you think of Alien Romulus?
I surprisingly really liked it. I wasn't sure kind of going into it, thinking about like seeing kind of such a young cast. And it just sort of felt like one of those things where I was like, oh no, is this just like, I don't know, some like sad movie that they made capitalizing on the popularity of Alien, but it's really awful. And it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it's all young people before they're famous and they have to do this like terrible action movie that's super awful. So I don't know. I just got a vibe from it, like kind of going in. I was like, oh no. But it ended up really surprising me with how good it was. I just I wasn't expecting it to, like, the story made sense. It was very straightforward. It didn't, try to like be too complicated. And there's only kind of one plot point that I didn't love, but the rest of it I
Mm,
just felt like this is great. I love it. It was just the right amount of like action. Everybody was trying to like work towards a purpose and, shit went sideways immediately, but it all made sense. Like, I don't know. I liked it. It, I don't know. I think it was also a little bit refreshing after some of the messier exploration of Prometheus and Covenant. And this was
mm.
just like, this. This is what
On
it
a ship.
is. It's very simple. We're on a ship. You know, the company wants xenomorph technology and, wants this like compound that was developed for life. And, it just, and these people want to escape like the drudgery of working for the company. They don't want to die in the mines or die of a disease like their parents. So, of course, they're going to be a little risky and, figure out if they can take this ship so they can fly off to this farming colony that they've heard about. It was very straightforward. I liked it.
Yep. Okay. Do you think I liked it?
I think you liked it, but I also think that it, like, the straightforwardness could have disappointed you. Prometheus and Covenant explored philosophically some interesting things, and this did, but more lightly. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
there was definitely a question of like, you know, the importance of androids versus humans and like who is human, like where does your humanity fall if you're a machine or not. And some characters made the cases for both sides. And then there was definitely like a what is it, like the train car problem or the do you know what I mean, like the streetcar problem or whatever, where you have to like decide, do you sacrifice a few to save
Oh,
many, or
right.
is like
Yes.
any do you
Right.
know what I mean? The classic, like
Yeah.
that kind of philosophical
Yeah.
problem.
Do you
That
switch the
was
track or
definitely,
yeah.
yeah, exactly, right? So like, and does that change, if it's like, oh my God, there's a baby on the track versus five people on the track, or
Right.
whatever. So this question definitely popped up in this movie a couple of different times. And so I feel like you would have enjoyed that. So I think overall it's a yes. I think you liked this movie, but I could see you not liking it as much as like Prometheus.
Okay. I mean, what's well thought out.
It's well reasoned,
I
even if it's super
yes,
wrong,
it is.
Andrea.
I love this movie. I love this
Okay.
movie. I
Okay, so I
think it
am I
is
am right.
yes.
You like this movie. Do
Um,
you like it better than Prometheus and Covenant?
I
Or
think
is it hard
yeah,
to
see,
decide?
it it is a better movie than Prometheus and
Mhm.
the Covenant. I think
I
that's
agree with
why I
that.
have to like it more.
Okay.
There just are those things, those philosophical things, the and some of the music and the tone is different, but I love both
Mhm.
of them. So I'm really happy that both of these things exist in this world because
Sure.
this took one element of Alien and expanded upon it, I think, went in that sort of vibe, whereas Covenant and Prometheus took a different part of it and expanded
Mhm.
that. Like, it took
Yeah.
the Covenant and Prometheus took the whole, like, going onto the planet, discovering the egg, getting they took all that, going through the ship, and blew
Yeah.
that up, explained it, really
Yeah.
delved into that sort of
Yeah.
thing, and like big question issues. Where did humanity come from? All that sort of thing. Love it.
Yeah. And this movie
This
was
is
like,
like
aliens.
space truckers, whatever, workers in space, like dealing with shit and
Mhm.
giving us that retro futurist style. I
Yep.
mean, when this movie opens, I'm absolutely in love immediately. Like, all the physical, everything, the way that stuff looks. Like, this movie is well shot, and
Yeah.
it really feels like people made it that love the original Alien.
Yeah.
And
Agree.
it's taking, the original Alien and seeing what we can do with it today, that's outside of just like throw a bunch of CG at it or something. I
Mhm.
love that there's all these face huggers and they make a bunch of them practical, They have them on remotes and stuff, like running and all that sort of thing and swimming, and like that's really cool. The xenomorph in this looks way better than it does in Alien Earth. Like, it looks
Mm.
so good.
Mhm.
They I one thing I like about the Prometheus and Covenant is they went a little more Giger, HR Giger in some of this. They
Mm.
added some of those elements here again as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
You've got the giant vagina sack on the wall that he has to shock, and like there's just definitely, they go with
Yeah.
the where the original art comes from.
That's
They have
hilarious
those
that you say that because I was definitely like, the acid spitting out of that thing would have been so much cooler if it didn't look like it was peeing.
elements.
Like, it literally looked like that, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so out of this for, like, the next 5 seconds." And then it was like, "Oh my god." But it was, like, terrifying to watch it burn through that guy's body, like, that was horrifying.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
then I was like, "Please, please stop looking like it's pee." Like
My note was similar, but yeah,
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
So
But right, but that was, like, a moment where we were both like, "Ah, no, no." It was so scary, and then it wasn't.
yeah, it takes you out for a moment, but like, I
Yeah.
like the
I mean
staying true to
right.
the, and like going down the hallway and the way that the xenomorphs have made like these nests and like lock people
Yes.
up and sort of thing. And
Yes.
that's
Yes.
all
Oh,
great. The
horrifying.
I don't think we've seen this before either. The literal, like, the the I'm just gonna say it, the penis that the facehugger puts down your throat. I don't
Mm,
think we've
yeah.
seen that other stuff. They're pull the thing off, whatever.
Yeah, and it just, like,
Like,
comes
there's
off, yeah.
some expansion to that sort of thing. Like, the effects, the practical effects on things were so good. The chest burster looked good. They really gave us time to like look at it. It comes out and it's like looking around. It's like pulling itself out. It's not like the original. It bursts out and then just like scatters. Or whatever.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. That My point is, like, visually, this works. It's a great blend between practical and digital. The space scenes look really good. The
Both.
rings. Okay, so I'm gonna guess for the effects, you have a problem with Ian Holm.
Yes. Oh my god.
Okay.
I do, I do. It it worked for a while. It did. Like, I have a note in here that's like, okay, first of all, I love the surprise that, like, Rook is there. I sort of half guessed it, you know what I mean? And then I
Okay.
was like, "Ah, that's cool. It is him." Because I thought, like, maybe I'm wrong. Like, I could be totally thrown off on a different track here, and then it was. It's like, "Ah, cool." And then, when they first, like, kind of prop him up and he starts speaking and stuff, the top half of his face looks great, and it's the mouth. that really gets a little off. It gets, like, a little thin at times, his chin sort of, like, disappears a little bit, it loses some definition, but, like, I was sort of willing to get past it, but then he just stayed in the movie, and he got worse.
Hmm.
Like, on the computer screens and stuff, it's like CGI, and then through a screen, it looked super wrong. Like, it didn't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
his
I don't know
face
what
just
to
didn't
think about it.
it lost, like, the character that made it real. It started to look a
Hmm.
little too fakey. I also didn't like him continually popping up in this movie. I was like, I was ready to kind of be done with you,
Oh, okay.
and you keep coming back. And I would have preferred, less of him, but also
Okay.
I just thought the CGI got a little bit worse over time in the movie.
So there's a couple things about this. So watching
Yeah.
back behind the scenes things or whatever. One, it's kind of a shame is to my understanding when this was released in the theaters,
Mhm.
the effects were not quite done. After the fact, they changed
Hmm,
what this
interesting.
looked like. So if you saw it in a theater, it wasn't as good as it would be on like home video release or whatever. I
Okay.
presume on streaming services now or something.
Okay.
So some people were pretty upset about that. Um,
Yeah.
Two, they used a practical effect. Like when they set him up, they made a machine, they made a robot. So
Mm.
I was like, okay, I'm willing to forgive a lot of this because they're really trying for the practical route.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure the ratio of CG to robotic. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that
Sure.
needed to be tweaked more. Um,
Yeah.
so I gave them credit for trying the physical prop, but
Yeah.
you
And
know,
I would, and I tried to extend, like, some grace, like I said, in that initial, like, lengthier scene with Ian Holm. Like I said, the top half of his face looked really great. It was just like when his mouth was moving, sometimes like his chin would sort of tuck in too far, and I was like, "Ah,
he's
where's
very
where's the bottom of your
damaged.
face?" Well, it just sort of didn't look that way,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately. I think they needed to, like, pick a lane. Um, but yeah, like in that first bit, I really liked the addition of him. I liked his sort of like explanation of what happened and his new, directive and what he was doing and all that kind of stuff. I enjoyed that. And then, like I said, as it went on, it just everything else was so good that like his not being good just kept
Right.
standing out in a bad way to me. Um,
Okay.
didn't ruin the movie or anything, but it
Right.
was something that I was like, "Ooh, if I had like a visual or effects complaint, that would probably be it."
Sure. The final thing about this, other than I I did like that his character was like I didn't mind his contribution to the story.
Sure.
Was that they got permission from I believe it's Ian Holmes' wife to have his likeness and his voice and all that sort of thing.
Sure.
Because Ian Holm passed away not too long ago from memory or whatever here. And what she seemed to say, or what was conveyed, was that he was always kind of upset that he never got asked back. Like
Mm,
he loved being an alien, and he was
sure.
disappointed that other people were asked back multiple times to be the
Sure.
android, and
And he
he
wasn't.
was felt forgotten
Mm,
by the
that's too bad.
franchise. Yeah, and so idea was that she would have really liked sure, she thought that he would have really jumped at the opportunity to be in this
Yeah.
movie and be thankful for that opportunity, so I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, okay, how can I begrudge him more screen time then?
Yeah,
I just felt like at
yeah,
different points I was sort of like a little bit I just wanted a little bit less maybe.
sure. Yeah. No,
But
he's a surprise, and like the effects definitely threw me the first time I saw it a little bit, but yeah. Ultimately, I think it's cool that they brought this other tie-in
yeah.
back, had this other model here. So
Yeah, like that I mean, like I said, the first time he popped up, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." Like, I love this tie-in. It's not heavy-handed. It's really well done. Like, you know, I really enjoyed his thing. I just thought it was gonna be like kind of a 1 or 2 scene thing, and then he kept being there, and I was like,
right.
"No, no, thank you."
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I get it. They needed if they wanted Andy to be end up being like a good guy, they couldn't. They needed a continual sort of villain here to push this through, and that's who we had. And I
mhm.
thought that was also a standout of this film is Andy
Andy.
not only was the actor amazing, like he did
Yes.
such a great job.
Yes.
Really, really kind of a shame, to my understanding, he was not nominated for anything because he played two completely different characters at the flip of a switch.
So well.
Yes, really good,
Yeah.
and it was a unique look at the android here where it's like, really, how is this, it was totally different than any of the
Mhm.
alien films that I've seen, and I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was like literally taking, you know, um, Michael Fassbender's Covenant performance and smashing it into one person.
Yes.
It's wild, and he did it so good. I mean, I had a note in there where I was like, "It's 30 minutes into this movie, and Andy's made me almost cry like 6 different times." You know, he he was just on like such an emotional arc for a
Hmm.
while that I just God, he was such a sympathetic figure. And then, yeah, he just, like, flipped a switch and was just, like, a total dick, and he did it great. I really hated him. I just and then I flopped back, like, he got the all magic reboot, where
Hmm.
he was down for the count, and Rain was finally able to switch him back into her Andy, and I was like, "Oh, man, you again. Thank
Hmm.
God."
See, but
Ugh,
that's where the
yeah.
discussion is to be had in this movie. That's what kind of, because Ashley and I had seen it before. We kind of like a
Okay.
little bit during the film. We're like, you know, yeah, but should he have opened the door right then? Like if he did it right away, maybe
Mhm.
she could have got through.
Right,
But
right.
I don't
Before they
know.
even noticed that the thing was there, yeah. Because
Right.
she's there for a couple seconds, and then all of a sudden we see it creeping in the
Yeah.
back. Yep,
So
I had the same
I don't
question.
know. I don't know. I mean, there's multiple things like that. And then he's like, "You almost shut me out." It's like, I calculated it much better this time, like
Like, really, did you though? You were kinda like I feel like he calculated it like, "I could, and he could, but also if he don't, eh,
sure. Yeah.
like, Rain will
It's
get through and that's fine."
mhm. Yeah. I don't know, it's interesting. And it's interesting too how he doesn't realize he even has a new prime directive initially. He has
Right,
to like,
until Rain
"Oh, wait,
asks
it has
him,
to
yeah.
come up." And then like, "Oh yeah, it is different." So,
Yep.
great character. Unique Android use here. It
Mhm.
provides a good discussion because, you know, Ashley was definitely more like, "You just get everyone killed, wouldn't you? You just like let them all in, and then it's like I don't know." But you know, and that's the debate between human and machine, right and
Mhm.
wrong. Does it make you less human to play the odds that you know against everyone being able to survive? Like, do you open the door and let everyone die?
Mhm.
Like, that's not responsible, like.
Well, and honestly, like, in other alien movies and in other movies in general, we usually see this question being played out between two people. It's not always being
Mhm.
played out between human and android. And so I think it's fair. It's fair to, have an android be like, I just made this call because people make those calls,
Yep.
you know? Um And, like, in the original Alien, Ripley is like, "I can't let you guys on board," and it's an
Yep.
android who lets them on board. Now, not for sympathetic purposes, for other
Right.
nefarious purposes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Ripley makes the initial
Yeah.
call that says, like, "I can't have you on board and infecting other people." She's a person.
Yep. Yep.
She's thinking
That's
of the
right.
greater good, so, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but this movie, the pacing is so good, and I wrote in
Mhm.
here somewhere, like, the way it goes from
Yes.
bad to, like, batshit crazy, like, so quickly is so good. Yeah, it
Yes.
just ramps up fast. It starts with
And
a little
it's
bit of, like.
logical.
Yes.
It's all logical. It's not, like, far-fetched where you're like, "Oh, come on, like, this would happen and then this would happen." Like, it's all it ramps up in a very logical proceeding. But
Yep.
take it away. I just wanted to say that, like,
No,
it's not unbelievable, which I
it's
think
not
other movies
forced.
can suffer from.
It's not, like, for the plot, it
Right.
feels, um, because you get the cool, all the face huggers are in the water, all that sort of
Ugh.
thing.
Yeah.
Then then we're locked in the door there with them, and, like, all of a sudden, it takes that one face hugger, obviously to get on her, and
Mhm.
then we're just going nuts. He's in there, face huggers bursting out,
Oh,
they're going crazy, the ship's
yeah,
moving. It's
right?
so cool how it, like,
Right?
spins around and hits the wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the only, like, semi-unbelievable part was that, like, in other movies, I feel like that ship totally could have blown up with the way it got knocked around, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's very convenient that, like, ships blow up, and sometimes it's convenient that they don't. And so I
I
had, like, a half a moment just because in other movies you see stuff like that happen and, like, everything just, like, blows up, and I was like, "Okay, I get it for, like, the sake of this movie. It won't, and it's gonna be damaged, but, like, flyable." But you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just had, like, a half a second pause where I was like, "Another movie that's totally exploding." But it's
But
okay that it
maybe
didn't here.
it's because you've been trained by the
But
fantasy of
that's what
other
I mean.
movies.
That's what I mean, like, it's so funny how, like, movies stretch, like, laws sometimes, like,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes like, 1 bullet is all it takes to, like, blow up a gas
Yes.
tank and, everything. And other times it's, like, 60 bullets and everybody's fine. So,
Yep.
it's one of those
Absolutely.
things where sometimes you just sort of note it in the back of your mind of, like, maybe
Yep.
in another movie, but again, it was not something that pulled me out of the whole movie. It was just like a funny
Yep.
Hollywood has made it so that sometimes it's hard to tell.
Have I told you the thing where some, like, a Foley guy or whatever was saying how back in the day they ruined the idea of swords because someone added the pulling the sword out of the scabbard or the sheath and it goes shink, this
Shing.
metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like ruined it forever because now you have to add it. It's like you're pulling it from a leather thing and you
It
have to
would
have it
never
in
do
there.
that.
No, it would
But
never make
no,
this noise, but it has
no,
to
people
yeah.
expect it now. Like, you
Hmm.
can't not do it because people are
It
like, "Well,
feels
where's the sound?" It
unimpactful
feels
if you don't do
well,
it.
exactly. It feels less cool
Hmm.
somehow. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sound is what makes pulling out a sword cool, but no.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's what we
now
expect now.
in every Mission Impossible movie, a motorcycle goes off a cliff, it has to explode in a fireball. It can't
Yep,
just go dunk,
exactly.
dunk, 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 and then
Exactly. That's lame. That's lame.
yeah. So, um, so far looks great, sounds great.
Yeah.
Performance, particularly by Andy here, excellent.
Mhm.
All
Mhm.
around, though, I think, and I, like you, when I first heard of this movie was coming out, they were talking about getting a much younger cast and whatever. And I'm like,
Mhm.
ugh. So
Oh, no.
immediately,
Oh, no.
years ago, I was like thinking this wasn't going to be good.
Right?
So I went into it
Just
with like lower expectations.
yeah, it feels like having a younger cast and, like, I don't know, doing something like this just feels like it's gonna be like a B,
Yeah.
straight to home video release of, I don't know.
But
But
why they
yeah,
were
it
there
really
made
shocked me.
sense. Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Um, Final Alien, terrifying. The hybrid,
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of Engineers, but not, you know?
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, but it's awful. But it's so
Mhm.
awful. It's so creepy. Like, yeah. It was horrendous.
And
Um, yeah, just, like, even having a baby come out, I was sort of like, "What?" Because that part happened a little fast where she was, like, in cryo, and then she was, like, 9 months pregnant and, like, having a baby, and I was like, "Okay, catching up, catching up, catching
Black
up."
goo.
And then yeah. Yeah, exactly, the black goo. There was a humanoid thing that was way more terrifying than the xenomorphs. That thing was hauntingly awful.
Mhm. I thought it was so
Yeah.
good. It's so good, and then it's, like, returns to its mother to feed.
Oh, yep, yep.
It's it's so
No.
good, Andrea.
No, it was so I mean, it was so, like, nightmare fuel, but
Mhm.
yes, also, like, honestly horrifying.
It's just it's this is a franchise that, like, a lot of people talked about where it's like, okay, you have alien escape on a ship, you know, chest bursters, face huggers. This is it's not unique anymore. It's not original. It's not new. How do you make
Right,
it scary? How do you make it exciting? All this sort of thing. And to
right.
me, they absolutely nail it in this. They hit the key things that they should. The tension builds where it needs to be. Things go crazy. We add the like, tense moments that slow things down. Like the face
Mhm.
huggers don't have eyes. So, they sense by like movement, noise, and body temperature,
That was
heat and stuff.
cool. That
Mhm.
was so cool. I loved Rain had such great ideas through all of this movie.
Yeah.
She really
Mhm.
was super smart, like, from, freezing the face hugger that was on Navarro, being like, "Can we freeze its tail so it doesn't choke her when we try to knock it off?" Like, that worked perfectly. I mean, it was too late, but it was a good idea. And then, yeah, like, raising the temperature of the room so that they couldn't sense where their bodies were as they
Yep.
walked through. Super smart. Like, she
Yep.
just had all the great ideas.
Yep. Rain was a good character. We talked about how they always try to do that with Prometheus and Covenant and this, like try to have that Scorny type character,
Yeah.
you know, to varying degrees of success. Like I enjoy both of them in Prometheus and Covenant, although in Covenant she gets a bit Rambo-y, a bit
Yes, yes,
superhero-y. Um,
yes.
I
It's the
like
ending that kills it, really.
Yes. In this, I think Rain does a really good job. I think the
Mhm.
character makes sense. She has her conflict, she wants to be there for Andy, but she can't take him with, all that sort of thing. And right,
Yeah.
she has lots of good ideas that I'm like, where's the android super intelligence coming up with these ideas? But I guess maybe the android at that point doesn't have the incentive to. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter that much or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, and obviously in the beginning, Andy's very, like, subordinate. He's
Yes.
just sort of like he's very reactive, very like, whatever Rain wants to do, I'll do it, but I don't, like, take the initiative. And then
Yep.
when his prime directive is like, I'm for the good of the company, it's just like, I don't really need to put my energy into having these good ideas because, like, I don't see how it's serving the company. So I'll come up with a good idea, when necessary in these other situations, but, like, for most of it, he's just like, "Eh," you
Yep.
know? It's not really
Yep.
the point.
Mhm. Um, I love that they got the Cory box in there. The pregnant
Mhm.
woman, I'm blanking on her name at the moment.
Kay.
Kay, such a good job of being terrified. So
Yes.
good.
Oh
When
my
she's, like,
god.
crawling through things away from the xenomorph and then, like, obviously giving birth,
Yes.
she just did a really good
Yes.
job of being terrified. Um,
Yes.
so I just think
I
performances
would
all around are pretty damn
I
good.
would have said that it's a great, uh, you know, training for her, to be joining the cast of Last of Us, except she's a total badass in Last of Us and doesn't really
Oh,
need to be terrified all that often. She's like a
okay.
super capable character. She plays
Okay.
Dina, by the way. She joined in season 2, and she
Oh,
is awesome. She crushes it.
okay.
So, I mean, there are a couple of
By the
moments when,
way,
Last of Us is absolutely terrifying, but
oh, Alan says she's also Hawk Girl. Okay, that's cool. I've seen that.
also hot
Superman.
girl.
In
Oh,
Superman.
yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Um, that was okay. I liked her in that. The Also, but you brought up Last of Us. The main actor here, actress, is perfect for Ellie. She should have been
Hmm.
Ellie. She's a perfect cast for the character of Ellie.
I mean, I could see that. Yeah. I
Perfect.
mean, also having played the games.
Yeah, I'm basing it off of like if I was looking at the game and I
Sure.
was going to cast for it and I came across this woman, I would have been like, yes, her.
Sure.
That's who it should
Sure.
be. So,
Yeah, that one's a little more difficult for me because I can see it for sure, and also, like, having only watched the TV show, I think Bella Ramsey does a really great job.
hmm,
So, I don't know, I feel like 2 good things, but again, haven't seen the game,
sure.
so I don't know.
Yep. That's that's probably for the best for you. You're just enjoying it like in its
I
thing,
am.
separate,
I am.
siloed, whatever.
Exactly.
Mhm. Um, let's see. There was one. So I forget where it was, but they acknowledged the Prometheus. They acknowledged Prometheus and like the founder.
Yeah.
Like going out and giving his life or something for this
Oh,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Well, yeah, because it was Rook talking about, like, this is what Wayland had been searching for and he died for,
Yes.
is this, like, miracle serum thing this compound, that I made that gives life, but, like, doesn't, because you gotta
Yep.
stay and watch the whole rat movie to the end.
Yep. So I like that. And then I did. Where was that? Um, there was the one line from like Alien that they said in this. I'm blanking on. It's a like classic line that they didn't
Mhm.
need to have in here. It stands
Sure.
out. It's like I forget what it is now. I'm a bad Alien fan, I guess. It's like you know something something MF, whatever.
Oh, yeah, 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 at
Yeah.
the end when she's fighting off
Yes,
the
get away from you, bitch.
humanoid
Yes, thank
thing,
you,
yeah.
Alan. Alan shared the thing. Get away from her, you bitch. Yes, that line was
Mhm.
not needed in here
Oh,
as like a
Andy says it,
callback
I
or
think.
whatever. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Just didn't feel needed, but not a big deal.
Yeah, it
It's
felt
not.
out of character for Andy, like, rebooted Andy to swear like that.
Yep.
Felt a little
Yep.
weird. I was like, "I don't think this would be a thing," but
Yep.
whatever.
hmm So I've ranted and raved about this movie a lot. I mean, but those are my thoughts. It's an A plus for me. I absolutely love it. Like only weak points really is like that line, the effects on Ian Holmes'
Mhm.
character here. Um, that's that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm just, like, looking through. Yeah,
Ashley kind of she liked it enough the first time we watched it, but she liked it way more the second time. So I thought
sure.
that was it.
Yeah, I think the one, um like, I guess maybe 2, like, minor things that gave me pause were, 1, that this giant station shows up and really that these people were the only ones to pick it up on a scanner.
Sure.
You know what
I
I
was
mean? Like,
thinking that
I just sort of
they were just jumping on it fast. They found
they
it
were,
quick.
it just felt right, it just felt like a little, like, "Oh, interesting," like, they're up there for kind of a while, and nobody else sort of picked it up, but again, that was just, like, a minor, like, I can sail through that for, the plot point of this movie. And then I sort of felt like the ending was a little anticlimactic of, like, just climbing in the pod and being like, "I'm going to Yavaga. We'll see if I get
Mhm.
there. Don't know."
Sure.
Like, I sort of thought I was like, "Do you have enough fuel to get there?" Like, do you
I wrote
know?
that too. I hope the ship has enough fuel. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt, like, really ambiguous in that sense of, like, maybe I'm crawling in this cryopod to die because I won't make it there, and I don't know, it just, like, sort of threw me for a second.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Maybe they
that
have
that that
maybe
was a
this
little
little ship
strange.
has giant foil solar array that opens up like in Covenant, to recharge at some point.
For sure.
Mhm.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, so those were, like, very minor, like, I was just sort of like, "Oh, okay, interesting."
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
like, the rest of so much of this movie was so good. It was just like a classic, like, blend between, like, the human dilemma, the company directive. I love that Wayland Yutani is somehow, like, a character in all of these movies without ever, like, having people on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Like, the company is such, like, a presence without being present. It's so wild. Like,
Okay.
they're the whole reason these people, are even taking this chance because they feel ground down by the company that's killed their parents, that isn't offering them a future. Like, I loved the company rep at the beginning who shuts down Rain's petition to travel. She's just like, "Oh, we've raised the minimum hours. Toot, 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 toot.
Yeah.
Can't leave."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know,
Mhm.
like, Rook is like, "I have to do what's best for the company, and I need to get this compound out, and if you all die, who cares, because Wayland Yutani needs this thing." Andy even says, "My prime directive is now the good of the company," like, and that's what they're fighting against. So it's so good that this corporation is a character without being there.
I'm gonna remember you said this.
Okay, okay, interesting.
Um, yeah, no, it's, I did mark, and maybe it's because I'm not, you know, astrophysicist, or maybe this is much more simple than I'm making it to be, but I was wondering how they have 0 days of daylight per year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they clearly were talking about, like, like, these separate colonies, and they're all, like, spread out across different planets that humans are really struggling. So, clearly, I think this hasn't been the best thought out scenario.
Mhm.
So, again, yeah, it was, like, one of those things that I also paused at, but sort of rolled with in the
Yeah,
general sense.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe there's an explanation. They don't
Yeah.
give it in the movie and whatever,
No,
so.
they don't.
Um, yeah, okay. I mean, they had smoking in this movie? Whoa, in year
Yeah.
2020, whatever, and it's like, holy
Yeah.
buckets. X-rated movie. So,
Yep.
that was pretty interesting. Um, but then, yeah, that's basically my thoughts. The rest that I want to talk about with this is kind of, how it ties into the rest of it, and more particularly Alien Earth. So we'll kind of
Sure.
have to get to that
Yeah.
later,
Yeah,
once
we
you're
will.
through with that, because the timeline, for people to refresh, is Prometheus, Covenant, Alien Earth, Alien, Alien Romulus.
Right.
And then
Yep.
move on from there. But
Yep.
so Alien Earth coming before Alien, and then of course before this, really throws like a weird. From my memory and way I'm understanding thing, throws kind of a weird wrench into stuff. Um, so I'll be interested to talk
Okay.
about it with you when you get through it, um, because it's just timeline wise, Alien Earth is 2 years before the movie Alien, and Alien
Okay.
Romulus is 20 years after the movie Alien.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Interesting. All right.
yeah,
I'm going to try to remember that timeline, but no promises.
I will send it to you.
Perfect.
So, um, anyways, I mean, unless you got anything else, I think that's basically our talk of Alien
Yeah.
Romulus. Continuing
Yeah.
our trek through Alien.
I am, yeah. I just want to close with I was just shocked how much I really liked this movie. I wasn't excited about watching it. I thought it was definitely going to be some B-roll kind of trash, but yeah, definitely a watch. Like a great watch.
Very nice. Yeah, I think to me, in my mind, the sad thing is it's all downhill from here.
No, no.
Like, I'm still excited because I really haven't seen in full Alien 3 and 4. So,
Really?
yeah. So when we get
Okay.
to those will be my first watches. And I haven't seen
Okay,
Aliens in a
interesting.
very long time.
Okay.
So,
I haven't seen Aliens and then 3 and 4 in a long time. Like,
mhm,
I have watched all of them. It's just been a minute. Like, I've
yep.
rewatched Alien more recently. I mean, obviously now, but even
Yeah.
before that, I rewatched Alien much more recently, and those I have not. So,
Yep. I think what Alien 4 is the one that that David Fincher did, I believe, and that's the
I
one
think
with
you're right.
it has the Eighth Doctor in it. So like I'm looking forward to things in that movie. I'm looking forward to um enjoying something from it. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting because this first half of Alien or whatever, more than
Mhm.
half really now, I just absolutely love. And
Yeah.
so we'll see now the latter bits. I'm interested,
I l
like if they ever bring Alien past then
Yeah.
Resurrection, because
I
we're
don't
probably
know.
getting another film after Romulus, like a follow up,
Mhm.
because it did very well.
Yeah.
And I think we're getting
As
another
it
one of those. And
should've.
we're getting
I'm
season
glad.
2 of Alien Earth. So we're just sitting here in the middle of the timeline playing around with
Mhm.
stories, which is fine, but just,
Right. We'll see, we'll see.
yeah.
I love that you have this is see, like, this is the CGI/effect that I'm talking about on Ian Holm as you have it
Hmm.
up on like, doesn't the top half of his face, like, the forehead and the eyes, even down to, like, the nose looks right, and then the mouth just sort of just doesn't quite,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
It just doesn't
Maybe
quite
because
fit.
it's a prop that it has to actually move or something, and
Wait,
then
that's
it's,
that's the thing,
I don't
that's the
know.
trickiest part is because it has to move with the talking and it has to look like he's actually talking. That's so difficult. The rest can be static. So of course you
Yep.
can get that right. But yeah, I mean, again, I know that's super difficult. That's the worst part, but it was a little rough.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, that's Alien Romulus. Hope you
Indeed.
are all following along with us. I know one person, my boxing coach, I just found out the other day, has actually been watching through Alien chronologically as well, just completely separately from us. So that's cool. And interested to see what he has to say about Romulus and all the
Yeah.
rest of you in the chat. We're live now on YouTube, X, and Twitch. So any of those places, you can be a part of everything here and jump in the chat. Popcast on the Rocks is the regular YouTube channel. You can follow us there. Popcast on the Rocks. It's also on um, podcast services. So Apple, Spotify, a bunch of those places. You can subscribe to us there. If you do that, you'll also get fed to you our anime show, Ohio Anime.
Mhm.
So that goes in the same podcast directory channel. If you live on YouTube, you can find the Ohio Anime stuff separately on the Ohio Anime YouTube channel. And it hurts the algorithm a little. So like I separated it to help the algorithm because then we can have an anime focused channel on YouTube and a pop culture focused channel that's not everything other than anime on YouTube. But at the same time, it kind of hurts because then we get one video every 2 weeks on each one. So if you follow both, you get a video each week, you get a podcast each week. But
Yes.
if you only follow one, it's every other week. So just that's how it breaks down. follow us, like, share, all that sort of thing. Our friend Mike, TrackMouse34, you can follow him. He released a new video just the other day. He's had a couple now more recently, going over his car and different stuff like that. So that's fun if you're into car stuff. Killing the Flower, they wrote our theme song. So you can check them out on music streaming services like Apple and Spotify. And Peter J. Gilbertson, find his books on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I think that's about all the stuff I have to say and plug and whatever. And Andrea, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good
Yes,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Enjoy, hopefully, a viewing of a non-Christmas Christmas movie in the time
I'm
until I
gonna
see you
try
again.
to, yeah, try to get to something. You let me know how your day tomorrow goes with
Yes.
watching fun stuff. If you get through a bunch of Andor or what you guys all decide, sounds fun.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a nice day just to, like, relax and spend together
Yeah, perfect.
before the
Uh,
madness.
right. Yep. Yeah, so we'll see you on the other side of all that. It'll be the Ohio Anime Show, continuing with Tojima. I always forget
Wants
his
to be a
name.
common writer. Yep.
Yep. We'll be continuing in that series. So if you're not watching that, start. And yeah. And then the next one of these, I believe, is A View to a Kill,
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I got
which,
some reading to do and some watching to do.
yep. So we'll just be a little late, probably just into the next year, I'm guessing, or
Yeah.
right on the edge
Right, yeah.
for the anniversary of that film, but close enough.
Yeah,
Close
right.
enough. Mhm.
Who's counting?
Yep. All right. Thank you, Andrea. We'll see everybody next time.
Sounds good. Cheers, everybody.